Welcome to With Intention. I am your host, Desiree, and I am sitting here recording a podcast trailer after I've already been podcasting for 100 episodes. Whether you listen to this podcast when it was called Minimalish or not, over the past 2 years, I have been on a journey myself to living with less and to finding out what minimalism truly means to me and how this as a value in my life plays out in my ordinary everyday. What I learned along the way is that life is so much more than stuff. It's not about how little stuff you have, how much stuff you have. I started to grow less passionate about talking about decluttering and more passionate about just simply living with less distractions so that we have the space to be more intentional and more purposeful in our everyday lives so that we can see the good that's right in front of us and not feel like we have to add more stuff to our lives to be happy, so that we can love the actual life right in front of us. And as that journey happened for me, I wanted to talk about other things than just decluttering. You may have heard me say that already over the past 6 months or so. You may have seen a change in the Minimalish podcast itself. And that change was that Minimalish was now just a podcast about living intentionally. But what happened was that people still were looking for podcasts about minimalism, and they were stumbling on Minimalish. And I felt obligated to give them that content that they were looking for because, little secret, I'm a people pleaser. It's not my greatest quality, but it's true. So honestly, I felt it for a long time now. It was time to say goodbye to Minimalish. But I didn't want to say goodbye until I was ready to say hello to something else. And now I am. I'm saying hello, and I hope you are too, to With Intention. I love talking to you all. I love podcasting. Podcasts have changed my life, and I want to create a podcast that I need and that maybe you need too. In a world that's loud with messages that you have to hustle for purpose, make a name for yourself, I just want more real stories, more connection, more encouragement to find purpose in our everyday, ordinary lives. Our lives are made up of good and hard things with a whole lot of ordinary in between. And there is all the comparison available to us via social media. Because of that, it's easy to dwell on the hard things happening in our lives and the good things happening in everyone else's. And I want more reminders in the midst of all of that we don't have to have it all together. None of us do. None of us are perfect. And all of us have immense influence when we intentionally focus it on the people right in front of us. I want more reminders that our ordinary lives are filled with beautiful things. We just have to intentionally look for them. So join me each week as we celebrate our everyday, ordinary lives and talk about how we can pursue purpose and intention through every aspect of them. I am pretty ordinary myself. I am a mom of a toddler. I guess I could call myself a podcaster since I've been doing this for a while. And I'm a 12th grade English teacher. I believe that the ordinary and mundane moments are what make up a life. I believe that the ordinary becomes extraordinary when we intentionally decide to see it as that. So join me here each week. We'll have fun conversations, serious conversations, hard conversations with guests and solo, just you and me. And my hope is that you'll leave encouraged to see each day as purposeful and to approach it with intention. And of course, to feel less alone as you do so. And just a side note, we'll still talk about minimalism and decluttering every once in a while because I believe in less distractions and intentional choices in the way that we spend and fill up our lives. But we'll also talk about motherhood, family life, relationships, faith, work, really anything in between. If that sounds familiar, maybe it's because we were already doing that on Minimalish. But now I'm just giving Minimalish a facelift, I guess, so that the face looks the same as the heart of what we were talking about anyways. And so the name just matches a little bit more what we're doing here. If that all sounds good to you, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and let's do this together.